Welcome back to the Daily English Practice, your English podcast for daily life English, real conversations, and easy English listening practice.
Hello, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today. Whether you are listening while drinking coffee, walking outside, cleaning your room, or going to school, thank you for practicing English with us.
Yes, thank you so much. Every time you listen and practice, your English gets a little stronger. Maybe slowly, maybe step by step, but progress is progress.
Exactly. And today we have a really useful topic. We're going to talk about morning routines and how your morning can help improve your English.
That's interesting, because many people think improving English only happens with books or classes.
Yes, but actually your daily habits are very important. Small things in the morning can change your whole day and even your English level over time.
True. And today we're going to keep everything simple and beginner-friendly. We'll talk naturally, explain vocabulary, share stories, and give easy tips you can really use.
So if you enjoy learning English with real conversations, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe, and share it with a friend who wants to improve their English.
Especially that friend who says, I want to improve my English, but never practices.
We all know someone like that. Sometimes it's us.
Okay, Mary, let me ask you something. What time do you usually wake up in the morning?
Usually around 6:30 a.m. Not super early, but not too late either.
That's pretty good. Are you naturally a morning person?
Honestly, not really. When I was younger, I loved sleeping late. If nobody woke me up, I could sleep until noon.
Wow, noon? That's serious.
Yes, very serious. But later I realized something important. My mornings affected my mood, my energy, and even my English learning.
That makes sense. The way we start the day changes the rest of the day.
Exactly. Think about the morning like the first page of a book.
I like that metaphor already.
If the first page is messy, stressful, and confusing, the rest of the story often feels the same.
But if the first page feels calm and clear, the whole story feels better.
Exactly. Your morning is like the first page of your day.
Well, that's actually powerful.
So today, we'll talk about simple morning habits that can improve your English little by little without making your life stressful.
And the important thing is, these habits are small. We're not saying wake up at 4 a.m. and study grammar for 5 hours.
No. This is not military training.
Thank goodness.
How nice metaphor.
During the day, many things get written on the whiteboard. Stress, work, problems, noise, responsibilities.
But in the morning, the whiteboard is clean again.
Exactly. So new information can enter more easily.
That's true. Sometimes at night, my brain feels full, like there's no space left.
Same here. That's why even 10 or 15 minutes of English in the morning can be very powerful.
Okay, let's talk about morning routines. What is a routine exactly?
A routine is something you do regularly, often at the same time every day.
So brushing your teeth every morning is a routine?
Exactly. Drinking coffee, taking a shower, making breakfast, those can all be routines.
And if we add English to the routine, it becomes natural.
Yes, that's the secret. Don't make English feel like a giant, difficult mountain. Make it part of normal life.
I think many learners wait for the perfect time to study.
Yes, they think, tonight I will study for 3 hours. Then they feel tired and do nothing.
That happens to me sometimes too.
Same, but small daily habits are stronger than giant plans that never happen.
That reminds me of exercise.
Exactly. Doing 10 push-ups every day is better than going to the gym once every 2 months.
Very true.
English is the same. Small daily practice wins.
Okay, let's talk about the first morning habit.
Habit number 1, don't touch your phone immediately.
Oof, that one hurts.
Yes, because many people wake up and immediately start scrolling.
Social media, messages, videos, news.
Exactly. And suddenly 40 minutes disappear.
Time disappears like smoke.
Yes, and your brain becomes noisy before the day even starts.
That's true. Sometimes I wake up, check my phone, and suddenly I already feel stressed.
Same here. So instead, try this. When you wake up, spend the first 5 or 10 minutes calmly.
What can people do instead of using the phone?
Stretch your body, open the window, drink water, sit quietly, or listen to simple English audio.
Listening practice in the morning. Nice.
Yes, even listening to 5 minutes of English can wake up your brain gently.
Like warming up before exercise.
Exactly. Think of English like a muscle. You don't suddenly lift something heavy without warming up.
So listening in the morning is like stretching the English muscle.
Perfect.
What kind of audio should beginners listen to?
Simple things.
Easy podcasts, short conversations, beginner stories, or even children's English content.
That's important because many learners choose content that is too difficult.
Yes, then they feel frustrated and quit.
Frustrated means feeling upset because something is difficult.
Exactly.
Okay, what's the next morning habit?
Habit number 2, talk to yourself in English.
Some people might think that sounds strange.
Maybe a little, but it works.
Honestly, I do it sometimes too.
Me too. Talking to yourself is excellent speaking practice because there's no pressure. Nobody judges you.
So what can learners say?
Very simple things. For example, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee. I feel sleepy today. I need to go to work.
Describing your actions.
Yes, your daily life becomes your English classroom.
That's smart because beginners already know their daily routine.
Exactly. You don't need complicated vocabulary. Use your real life.
I remember when I learned another language, I started naming objects in my room.
Really?
Yes. Chair, window, bed, door, cup. Slowly, my brain connected the words with real life.
That's excellent practice.
At first it felt silly, but later it became natural. Learning a language sometimes feels silly before it feels normal.
Wow, that's a really good sentence.
It's true, though.
Okay, let's talk about another morning habit. Habit number 3, read something small in English every morning. Small again. I notice your theme today is small.
Because small things are realistic. Huge plans scare people. Small habits grow slowly and naturally.
So what can beginners read?
One short paragraph, one quote, one short news story, one page of a beginner book, even one social media post in English.
That feels possible.
Exactly. Think of reading like eating healthy food.
Interesting.
You don't become healthy from one giant salad.
True.
You become healthy from small, good meals again and again over time.
So one small reading habit every day slowly builds strong English.
Exactly.
I like that. Also, reading in the morning gives your brain English vocabulary early in the day, like planting seeds.
Yes, then during the day, those words stay in your mind longer.
Okay, Mary, what about people who say I'm too busy in the morning?
That's a common problem, but usually people are not completely out of time, they just use their time automatically.
Automatically meaning without thinking.
Exactly. Sometimes people spend 20 minutes scrolling on their phone, but say they have no time.
Ouch.
I'm not judging, I do it too sometimes.
Same here.
But improving English does not always require huge amounts of time.
Even 10 minutes every morning can create big change after a few months.
Yes, imagine saving a little money every day.
Small coins become a big amount.
Exactly. English works the same way. Small practice becomes strong ability over time.
I think many learners underestimate small habits.
Yes, because results are slow at first.
Like planting a tree.
Perfect metaphor. When you plant a tree, you don't see growth immediately. But underground, the roots are growing.
And later, the tree becomes strong.
Exactly. Your English grows quietly first. Then suddenly one day you realize, wow, I understand more now.
That's such a good feeling.
It really is.
Okay, let's talk about breakfast and English.
Breakfast and English. Sounds funny.
But seriously, can breakfast time help learners?
Definitely. For example, while eating breakfast, you can listen to English.
Like podcasts?
Yes, podcasts, YouTube videos, simple conversations.
That's smart because breakfast already happens every day.
Exactly. Attach English to something you already do.
Like connecting habits together.
Yes, habit experts call this habit stacking.
That sounds complicated.
It's actually simple. You connect a new habit to an old habit.
So if I always drink coffee every morning, I can also listen to English during coffee time.
Exactly.
That feels much easier than creating a completely new schedule.
Yes, because your brain already knows the routine.
Very interesting.
Another good morning habit is writing one sentence in English.
Only one sentence?
Yes, keep it easy.
What kind of sentence?
Something about your morning. For example, today I feel happy. The weather is cold today. I want to practice English more.
Simple but useful.
Yes, writing helps organize your thoughts.
And it helps you remember vocabulary better too.
Exactly. Writing is like taking a picture of words in your brain.
Nice metaphor.
Thank you.
I think beginners often worry too much about mistakes.
Yes, they think every sentence must be perfect.
But perfection slows people down.
Exactly. Think about babies learning to walk.
They fall many times.
Yes, but nobody says, oh no, the baby made a mistake walking.
True. Learning English is similar. Mistakes are part of movement.
So, mistakes are not proof that you are failing.
They are proof that you are trying.
Wow, that's another strong sentence.
Maybe today I'm feeling philosophical.
Apparently.
Okay, let's talk about energy in the morning.
Good idea. Your body and your brain are connected.
Definitely.
If you sleep very late every night, your brain feels tired. Learning becomes harder.
That's true. When I sleep badly, even simple English feels difficult.
Same here. So, taking care of your body also helps your English.
Sleep, water, food, movement.
Yes, think of your brain like a phone battery.
Oh, good metaphor.
If the battery is almost empty, the phone works slowly.
And sometimes apps crash.
Exactly. Your brain also crashes when you're exhausted.
So a healthy morning routine gives energy to your brain.
Yes, and an energetic brain learns better.
Okay, Mary, let's imagine a beginner listener asks this question. What is the perfect morning routine for English learners?
Honestly, there is no perfect routine.
Interesting answer.
Because every person is different. Some people wake up at 5 a.m., some at 8 a.m. Some people have children, some work night shifts.
So the goal is not perfection.
The goal is consistency.
Consistency means doing something regularly.
Exactly. A simple routine you can continue is better than a perfect routine you quit after 3 days.
That's really important.
For example, maybe your routine is wake up, drink water, listen to 10 minutes of English, say 3 sentences in English.
That's already excellent practice.
Yes, keep it simple and realistic.
I think many learners compare themselves too much online.
Yes, they see videos like study English 8 hours a day.
Then they feel guilty.
Exactly, but you do not need extreme routines to improve.
Small, steady progress matters more.
Always.
Okay, let's share some useful morning English phrases for beginners.
Great idea.
I just woke up.
I'm still sleepy.
I need coffee.
Very important phrase.
Extremely important.
I'm making breakfast.
I'm getting ready for work.
Today will be a good day.
That's positive.
Positive thoughts help motivation too.
That's true.
You can even stand in front of the mirror and say simple English sentences.
Like self-talk practice.
Yes. At first, it feels awkward.
Awkward means uncomfortable or strange.
Exactly. But later it feels normal.
And confidence grows little by little.
Yes. Confidence is built through action, not waiting.
Wow, another good quote.
Maybe I should start writing quotes online.
Maybe you should.
Okay, let's talk about one more important thing. Kindness to yourself.
That's important.
Some learners become angry at themselves.
Because progress feels slow.
Yes, they say, my English is terrible, or I'm stupid.
That kind of self-talk is dangerous.
Exactly. Imagine trying to grow a plant while shouting at it every day.
Poor plant.
The plant needs sunlight, water, and patience.
And learners need encouragement and patience too.
Yes, speak kindly to yourself during your learning journey.
Learning English takes time.
And that's okay.
Very okay.
The important thing is continuing.
Even slow movement is still movement.
Exactly.
Okay, before we finish, let's summarize today's lesson.
Great idea.
First, we learned that mornings are powerful because the brain feels fresh and calm.
Then we talked about creating small, realistic habits instead of giant, stressful plans.
We discussed listening to English in the morning,
Talking to yourself in English,
reading something small every day,
writing one simple sentence.
and connecting English practice to habits you already have.
We also learned important vocabulary like routine, distraction, consistency, awkward, and intentional.
And we used many metaphors to help remember the ideas.
Yes, the brain remembers pictures and stories more easily.
Okay, now we want to hear from our listeners.
Yes, this is our favorite part.
Our question of the day is, what is your morning routine?
And also, how can you add English to your morning?
Maybe you can listen to English while drinking coffee.
Or maybe you can practice English while walking to school.
Write your answer in the comments in English.
Don't worry about mistakes, just practice.
Every comment is English practice.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
We're really proud of you for continuing your English journey.
Remember, small habits create big results.
And your English can improve little by little every day.
Keep practicing
Keep believing in yourself.
and keep showing up.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.